I got some microfiber cloth. I could use those. I can use those in my workshop. Metallic Krylon, huh? Fun to play around with. Piece of aluminum breakage here. Guess I'll grab that for now. See if we can get that piece of aluminum out. If those are aluminum or not. Yes. Tin action. Pretty sure that's, yeah, that's definitely aluminum, that sprinkler. Yeah, that's a nice cabinet. Hopefully someone will grab that. CDs are kind of dead right now, but there are still people that collect them, audiophiles and kinds of people. It's a great time to buy CDs right now. Nobody wants them. Pretty much everyone's throwing them away. It's just like where we were at with the 8-tracks in the 70s and cassettes in the, I'm sorry, 8-tracks, and I guess in the 80s people were throwing away their 8-tracks from the 70s. And then in the early 2000s everyone was throwing out their cassettes. Late 90s, early 2000s. So we're seeing that now with CDs. And of course certain 8-tracks and certain cassettes are very collectible these days. Certain ones. And it's the same with CDs. Even now, certain CDs are worth quite a bit of money. Some dehumidifier action. A nice chunk of cord off of this guy. I think there's a big motor in there too. So I wanted to mess with it. It feels like it's full of water too. Definitely don't have time to mess with it right now. Looking for bigger fish before the sun goes down. And some laptops or some cool vintage books or vintage clothing. Vintage Apple products, stereo equipment. Let's play what's in the box. What's in the box? Another box. Alright. Nothing on that entire street. Haven't seen any professional scrapper guys in their pickup trucks. Definitely not one of them. That truck's way too nice. Might be too late for him. 7:35. Probably got another good half hour of light or so. I could cover these kind of neighborhoods for 3-4 more hours if I wanted to. Just gonna go until the sun goes goes down, go home and eat. I still got some more stuff to list on eBay today. I'm gonna try to get 60 listings done this week, which would be 10 listings Monday through Saturday. 10 listings a day, Monday through Saturday, which really isn't that much if I stick to it. Anything here? Another bag. It's actually like a wine tote thing, I think. Really nice shape. Let's see the brand on it. Generic. That for someone else. Blinds. Might be some brass ends on there. I don't think I can get them off though. There's a motor in here. I'll take the motor. That vent cover might be aluminum or stainless. Yeah, look at this. Look at these brass bits here, but I am pretty sure they're not going to come off. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's really nice. Man. That's too bad. That's a nice chunk of brass right there. Two real nice chunks. You can see that. The bits on the end there are solid brass. That's probably like $3 or $4 of brass right there. I would need a vise, like a bench vise, and a plumbing wrench to get that out if it would come out. And a way to transport those long pipes back to my place. Which of course I could strap them to this thing, but kind of dangerous. Seeing piles of spring cleaning everywhere like I thought it would be. Might be too early in the year for that still. This guy's huffing and puffing and stamping. I know. Down there, it's a cul-de-sac. I don't see anything. Let's check this out. I haven't seen one scrapper guy. Dog barking at me, making all the dogs mad. I might cut this short and just start heading home. I'm not seeing any real indicators that there's going to be some some good stuff in this area. Yeah, I think this neighborhood was a waste of time. These newer neighborhoods don't tend to be as good for whatever reason. It's like the houses that are built in like the 60s and early 70s have older people in them that have money. And I don't know, they just tend to throw more stuff out. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off and head over to that older neighborhood. Slight change of plans. It's getting close to 8 o'clock, 10 till. And I'm running out of light here pretty quickly. And I know this camera doesn't do real well in low light. So I think I'm gonna call it for neighborhood trash picking today. I'm gonna hit a few more dumpsters on the way back home. And then I'm gonna call it. I'm getting hungry. And like I said, I want to do some more stuff on eBay tonight before I go to bed. So I didn't find much, a little bit of scrap, about, I don't know, quarter of a tote full of scrap, kind of weak. I like to get a full tote per session. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but it's nice when it does. It's usually not that hard to go out and get a full tote of scrap. I would keep going if I had more light, especially the neighborhood trash picking thing, but I probably should have got started earlier today. So the best score was probably, trying to think, I guess that bag maybe? I don't know if that's a good brand or just like a Walmart type brand. But it appeared to be fairly good quality bag, like a JanSport type level quality. I'm gonna do this little circle of apartment dumpsters and retail dumpsters up here. I'm actually gonna hit this insurance building one too because everyone's gone. I haven't been over here for a while. Usually when I'm over here, there's still people working. We're kind of back on my mailbox route now. This is the route that I run the most often. It's closest to my place. So we kind of combined elements of 3 different routes today. I'll do that sometimes, just kind of mix and match depending on where I'm going, how much time I have, stuff like that. Like I said, you got to keep it interesting. I don't have a specific routine, like I go run like a certain route on Monday and then another route on Tuesday and so forth. I just kind of improvise. Trashola. Best score I ever got out of that dumpster was a beer light, a vintage beer light. I made, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks on it, something like that. I can't remember what beer it was. It was a weird one, weird old one. And it was actually a plastic sign. Really weird. dumpsters have been empty. That other one over there is probably gonna be empty too, but let's check it out. It's about 4 or 5 dumpsters left. My wife is probably wondering where I am. She knows I go out picking Mondays usually, but I'm usually home before now. Like I said, I got kind of a late start. Took a 2-hour nap today. This weekend really wore me out. I was still really tired when I woke up. I set my alarm. I did not feel refreshed after that nap. Feel good now though. I think sometimes take a nap, if you sleep too long, it's counterproductive. Yeah, I thought this was empty. And I've also taken like little 20-minute cat naps where I've woken up and felt like I got like a full night's sleep. Just amazing regenerative effect. So it just depends. It's another dumpster. It's practically a dead dumpster. Very rarely do I find anything in here, and when I do, it's usually the product of illegal dumping. Like somebody dumping their personal stuff in here. Yeah, pretty typical. Typical. It surprises me that people throw away like almost complete pizzas. I mean, why would you throw that away? I have no idea. Tell you what, I have never thrown away that much pizza ever. That would not get wasted in our home. It is surprising how often I see that though. Yeah, they're blocking this dumpster again. They weren't blocking it for a while, but I think I need to come over here. This is like another one of those like telephone system install companies, like that one that I get a lot of wire out of, their dumpster, the one that was earlier in the video. Those companies do kind of the same thing. I should go over there and give them my card and just tell them like, hey, I'll bring a bin over, you can keep it here, keep it outside or whatever, out of the way, throw all your wire in there. When it gets full, I'll come pick it up, throw all your boards and wire in there, give me a call. I don't know, maybe they'd go for it. I like to watch Uberism81 on YouTube. He's a Canadian scrapper, and he has a bin, like a drop-off bin in his community where people drop off electronics and stuff, and he gets amazing scores out of that thing. Well, that is certainly not the best Monday night trash night haul I've ever had, but got a little bit of scrap going here, some boards, some aluminum breakage I'm probably going to be able to turn into clean aluminum, motor, a little bit of wire, some cans, got some usable stuff here, stuff I can use for myself, some bubble wrap and a couple of shop towels. Found those watercolor pencils and that High Sierra brand ladies backpack, girls backpack. Not sure if I can do anything with those. Have to look into that. Also wanted to show these shoes that I got yesterday. These Asics appear to be in pretty good shape. Still got lots of tread on them. A little bit of dirt, but should wash up pretty good. These are size 9. I usually wear a size 8.5 or a 9, just depending on the brand. So very high likelihood that I'll be able to wear these, and it's good timing because, like I said earlier in the video, I think I was talking about this earlier in the video. I'm gonna need a new pair of sneakers here pretty soon. Also found these Jordans, Nikes. I guess these are like flights. Air Flights or Jordan Flights or something. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of tread left on these looking at them now, but we'll see how those clean up. They're in pretty good shape otherwise. These are in really good shape. They still have a lot of tread on them, a little bit of dirt, but there's really not hardly any wear on these at all. I think both of these are a size. What's the size on these guys? Yeah, men's size 12. Men's size 12. So got some potential there. Hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see more scavenging videos on a bicycle, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot.